Hello and welcome to episode 9 of our Timberborn Update 4 playthrough with the Waterbeaver faction here at cycle 15, day 15, at the start of a 5-day drought. Last time, we got down to a lot of improvements over here in our industrial district. This actually is starting to make a little bit of sense, and we finally have this abomination completely removed from this part of the river. And there are a couple other small things continued to develop this district down here, which until just now did not have a name, but you guys voted today in the district naming poll, and 76% of the vote went to Brambledam, courtesy of A. Cunningham and Drexos 17. So we'll go ahead and rename that right now to Brambledam. Fantastic name. No, I cannot sing the song because it's copyrighted and I will have my monetization taken away. So no, we're not going to be doing that, but you can pretend and imagine what that might sound like. But yeah, thanks to everybody who voted. I think we're going to have a fun time down here in Brambledam with all sorts of other fun stuff we can get to. But for the time being, we're going to let these guys just kind of do their thing and focus most of our efforts up here because I've been alerted to a potentially catastrophic error, I guess one could say. These things up here are windows and not for power insertion. The power insertion is this guy right here, which if we take a look at our billboards, one of these is talking about how to connect power. That's our power thing. So unfortunately we're gonna have to take this thing out. It's already just about completely built, just waiting on the anvil. What a pain. But I literally signed up for this, so I guess I can't be that upset about it. But we'll have to come right back in here and build ourselves a factory while attempting to get stuff hooked up the right way. It has to be in that specific corner, annoyingly, but it is what it is. So we're going to have to stick this guy probably right here and fix our other stuff. And our side platforms, let's see if I can get those instead of just building the regular ones. I don't know. We'll get it figured out. But before we do that, we have to go ahead and get rid of all of this mess right here. And just commiserate with ourselves about trying to power a factory through a window. Oh man, that is yeah. I'm just gonna future-proof with that because why not? No no real reason not to, right? So potential good news about that though is that we can have our stuff all connected just like we'd want. We just have to figure out a better solution to how our buildings are laid out. But I think we'll be fine. And did this just go here? Okay, no, we got to get rid of this one. Gotta get rid of that. Because I don't think they're going to be able to jump back this way anyway, but just to be safe. Yeah, see, now you can see if we put this guy here, it's actually... I just wish I could sink this into the ground. That would be so convenient. But it's actually going to fit pretty nicely. I don't know what this pipe is for here. But, yeah, you know how this goes. Now I just have to have everything else taken care of. But we have our overhang walkways, which I can put here, or what have you. Any manner of different things we can get to. But these do take a scaffolding to produce, whereas the crappy platforms just take logs, and scaffoldings are in very short supply, so I'm not going to use the overhang walkway, even though it is a very cool thing, and I'm glad it exists. It is an irresponsible use of resources, to be completely honest with you. But now this should, being the operative term, be all connected and ready to go just as soon as we actually have an anvil, which is somewhere. I actually don't remember where being produced in theory. Was that over... Nope, Very Juice Sunflower Oil. That's just making that. No. I do not remember where that is being made, unfortunately. But I guess we're going to have one. Oh, no. No, it's not being made. It's in the primitive ironworks, which I can't destroy yet because we have to make enough stuff to survive the whole time while we're not having one of these, because we have to make an anvil with all of this, which is probably going to have to be the first thing we make. So, all sorts of fun there. Other things to consider. I finally have ascertained, through the help of you guys in the comments, how to make dynamite, and that is in the Handicrafter's Lodge, which is right here. Currently making pencil sets. Yeah, this just how it is. So that's... Oh, hey, speaking of Agents of Chaos, Devilish Fun is in here in the Handicrafter's Lodge about to make some explosives, so there's obviously no way this could possibly go wrong. We'll check in on him later. And now we have a fun problem of not having enough sawdust after having way too much and burning it. And then some people getting a little upset in the comments that I was burning the sawdust, but what else was I supposed to do with it, right? So yeah, they're getting to work there. Screw press axles, we probably could just have them make sawdust because we do have a couple. Yeah, we got 3 of these. And of course we have to have those in place for our screw presses. But once we actually have dynamite constructed, which actually shouldn't take that much longer, we just, need the sawdust for it. Then we can come across here, blast this thing out, and finally start having some other power and different things laid out. And it's all going to take quite a bit of time and effort to get to. But we don't have to worry about the windmills, because now on the other side we can have gravity batteries, or I guess light gravity batteries, and then eventually regular gravity batteries. But yeah, it's going to take us a little bit of time. We definitely want to have more metal fasteners before we demolish this guy. It's just unfortunate that we have to have all of these things just kind of all made by the same guy until we can build another one. Which, all right, I get it. It's supposed to be hard. It's hard, kind of the point. But yeah, definitely challenging. Good news is this guy's almost full up. He just needs one more crude saw blade. I think we can make a few more following that. This jumped across here again. Man, that is I didn't think it could jump across the path, but I guess I was incorrect. Don't really understand how that's even possible. But that's what it's doing. So it's fine. Good news is water's coming back pretty soon. And we do have some sawdust actually being generated, which means Devilish over here should, being the operative term, be in the process of actually making the explosives very soon. And we have the nitroglycerin, at least right now, to make a couple of bundles of dynamite. You'll note that each recipe makes 10, not 1. So, it's not that bad. We could make 30 dynamite. Yep, there he goes. So we'll check back in on that a bit later. And pretty soon we're going to have a conversation about how food is working. Because now that we're actually making, what was this? Braised cabbage. We can harvest all the cabbage we're growing, which means we probably need to be planting more. But we don't currently have anywhere really to expand our farm because of the way things are going. We want to make sure we're still collecting berries because now we have the berry rice balls and berry juice we can make in the screw press for our beavers' nutritional benefit. And that's exciting. But the problem becomes everything has to be made in this guy before we can build our factory, before we can advance and do other things, and before we can have another anvil, which means we can make another primitive ironworks, which apparently is required to make specific types of things. So a little bit of robbing Peter to pay Paul, etc. And maybe we'll be able to get that all figured out. But before we get rid of this guy, this is the last little bit left. Really need to make sure. Crude saw blades. If we run out of this, it's going to be a bad time. Although we do have the tooth cut planks here. Not having this guy operating is going to be interesting. Guess we could just say. Yeah, the fasteners. Fasteners are going to be an interesting problem because we need 25 to make the factory, which we currently have, but the recipe for the anvil... oh, that actually doesn't need the fasteners. I don't know why I thought it did. But we don't currently have enough scrap metal. So that's going to be interesting because we're going to have to kit over here. And that's not that close. Really not that close. None of the rest of the metal is. So we're going to have to be careful with what we build, but we do have to go ahead and move on to construct the factory because it's about to be the wet season again. So now I think we have enough. I hope we have enough, and we'll just have to hope that it's fine. Tools wise, we have 121. We're good there. Fasteners, we don't have a lot, but I don't think it's that much of a cause for concern. Let's actually pause real quick because I need to figure out our scrap metal is being collected and it's being immediately used. And I don't know where it's being used. I would imagine one of these buildings over here is actually using, well, I mean, it's obviously the ironworks, but I feel like they've been using too much for it to just be this one building. But there's also not really anywhere else it could be going. Yeah, they're not really storing it anywhere, but I think now is the time. We should be okay for at least a little bit to get this removed. And now we have the anvil right here. That'll get picked up and taken over to our factory. It looks like that's what oh no, he's grabbing scrap metal. All right, that's fine. But hopefully hopefully one of these guys ends up grabbing the anvil. We'll check and see when that gets picked up. No storage space available. Oh, am I going to have to build a storage space just for the anvil and then move it somewhere else? Probably. All right. Well, glorious storage it is. And we did get a request in the comments last time to build a whole row of these things, which we will do in a second. But now I want to see, is he going to grab the anvil? Zippy Boo, what's up? You going to grab that anvil for us? Yep. Oh, look at him go. Look at him go. Walking slow because it's really heavy, I'm sure. Well-being 12. Yeah, he's got an encumberment because of load there. All right, so the anvil is in place, and he literally just put it in there to pick it up and take it out. You know, I get it. If you have a way you have to do something, then for better or for worse, that's the way you have to do it. Anybody who's ever worked in the service industry, in a restaurant or retail or anything like that, definitely understands the drudgery of mandatory procedures. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's a complete waste of time. But I mean, look at it, 62 and still over here lugging anvils around like a champ. Thank you for your contributions. And now he gets to be the one that finished the factory. And that's all she wrote. Factory is now up and running, and we have people living in the factory. I guess this is I cannot imagine a scenario in which I would want to live inside of an active factory. I just cannot envision that ever being pleasant. I don't know, it could be like the kids in Code Lyoko and just have the cool lab and everything down there. But living in there? No, not happening. All that being said, though, we have 8 workers making another anvil, which they... Oh, this this is cut off on the bottom of the screen. I don't know how to get to the rest of it. So I guess we're not going to know what our building's holding for everything else, because it's a little bit too tall of a window here. And I'm playing on 1440p, so I know the folks playing on 1080p are not having a good time with this. But, you know, it's Timberborn UI. It's an extensive mod. What are you going to do about it? There's not really much of anything you can do. So, Dynamite's in here. There we go. That's that explosion sound we love. Let's put in our high power shaft here. And now once that's done, we'll be able to put anything up here we want. We could put other industrial buildings. We could put gravity batteries. Regrettably, don't have any buildings to put windmills on top of, but it's not like these really do that much anyway. And before anybody asks, no, we are not putting any more power billboards in here because it kills all the beavers. That was funny, though. So we're only making, really? We're only making 135? I guess it's slow on the uptick here. There's got to be a lot more coming in. They're demanding 450 total. I think these should go up to like 150, 160 a piece, which doesn't quite get us there. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is fluctuating a little bit, but you know, we're just gonna have to do what we have to do. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that there's not enough metal here for us to actually use entirely. So we are going to have some unlucky beavers make this enormous trek all the way up here. And fortunately, we don't have any district limits, but man, is that a drag after all this, all this stuff we find ourselves having to take care of here. Yeah, so let's just try to make the shortest-ish path we can manage. Of course, there's going to be times where that's just straight up impossible. But not too much you can do. I always want to go to the metal tab because that's how it is in the rest of the game. But that's fine. Scavenger flag. Here we go. Put in... how do I have unemployed beavers and... Oh, that must be between districts. Let's check here, Beaverburg. Yep, we got 5 vacancies, but over here in Brambledam, what's going on here? We have more beds than we have jobs. Okay, well, can we fix that at all? We've got, Oh, I know, easy thing to do. Add additional farms. But you might say, that also adds dwelling spots. Yes, it does, but we probably do need the additional help. So let's put in assistant farmers too. Oh, but that adds more farm. Yes, I know. It'll be okay. We just have to get something else figured out here. Plenty of ways to have beavers work and not have to expand our housing. But another interesting thing that I think we're going to want to take a look at is a suggestion someone made in the comments last video, which was after me expressing my, shall we say, frustrations as to how the Lido is set up. Which is, where is that in this mod anyway? Now I don't remember, so that's going to be fun to figure out. Is it in here? Shower, there we go. I was irritated because I could not place this down because it has to be, I could not place the water dump because it has to be inside of a Lido. So, somebody had the bright idea of trying out making a, I guess like a casing for it out of waterproof buildings, placing the Lido inside and then placing the water dump inside that, which I think sounds like a fun idea. We just have to be able to figure out exactly where that's going to go. So I figured probably right around here would be good because that would irrigate a lot of this land. And I was also thinking about just doing it up here because this would be closer to the farmhouses and we could have other stuff going that way. But we can try it, see if it works. We also can just, you know, make a crappy irrigation tower, but like the range on that is just so small. It seems like kind of a waste. Whereas Lido could actually do some pretty beneficial stuff for us. Now we have, gotta think about housing stuff. Like we don't want to just expand where beavers can live without expanding jobs, because this district currently already has 4 unemployed beavers. And it's just going to be one of those things where we're going to probably always be chasing how all this stuff's supposed to work. Unless we have more and more buildings that only employ and don't service housing, which, you know, in theory we can do, because we can have some log gnawing stations where we just chew on logs all day long, make sawdust, make planks, and what have you. So that's the easy way out. To put one of these things in here. Don't completely hate the idea. It will employ some beavers, and it never hurts to have some extra planks, and those of course can be exported back up to our main district. But while they're doing that, I'm very curious about putting in this other Lido area. Let's just make sure the size of this. Yeah, it's going to be 4. We're going to have a whole 4 wide, 2 deep. So that is going to require either a bunch of these regular lodges, which only employ haulers, which is a necessary job, but maybe not the most efficient use of our beavers here. And if we build too many of the same other kind of flat top building, then, well, that's not really that much of an improvement either. So we arrive at this interesting stalemate kind of thing with how we're going to have stuff set up. Because we do have over here this guy right here, the harvester's office. This is a 3 wide by 2 deep. So not really the ideal thing to be building out of. Regular mirrored lodge, probably not great either, just because, you know, it only employs the 1 beaver. But the more you look at the different things in this mod, the more you're going to understand that you kind of can't get around it. You're just going to have to bite the bullet and just build something that might not make perfect sense. Now, the florist is actually much better sized for this, but the florist is also almost functionally useless the way that it's currently set up. Hobby gardener is kind of the same way, but neat idea, but I don't think that's something we're going to be using. So all of this to say, probably should be building housing that serves a dual purpose rather than just these guys. Unfortunately, there's not a hauler's lodge. There's only builder's lodges, which are the same size. Wood felling planifications 2-story. We obviously don't want to use that. Artist lodge is 2-story. Coppice lodge is 2-story. Handicrafter's lodge is a 1-story, but also houses beavers. So, you know, it's just one of those things. You gotta pick something. So I think we should probably try to use a variety of different things here. Like possibly a handicrafter's lodge and a builder's lodge. Actually, those doorways are on the opposite sides of the thing. I should swap that. Builder's lodge can go... wrong button. Good job. I think builder's lodge can go... I'm trying to think about where the center of this is going to be. Builder's lodge could go here, or I could just build this into the side of the cliff here. That might actually be the smarter move, in all honesty, to put builder's lodge here, handicrafter's lodge here, and then we have all this space we could get set up. Alchemist obviously is not going to be good for that, but I can't help but think that this district probably should have some as well. But it's a house because everything's a house. It's a challenge, we shall say, to be able to take care of all this. So let's leave that alone for a little bit. Come back to here where they still have not built the stair. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm a genius and I didn't connect the path. Oh, man. My fault. absolutely my fault. But that's fine. We'll live. Poor factory is probably... I mean, I can't tell what's on this bottom a little bit. It's probably all ready to go. And they just can't do anything. I just want to know in what universe you would live inside of a factory. Like, you can't sleep anywhere else? Or is this just the Industrial Revolution? We talked about child labor in the last episode when this got brought up. But yeah, not fantastic. Now, one thing I did want to mention here is we were going to put in one of our lodges, the Wood Felling Planification Lodge, and we weren't able to because there was this tree last time we didn't want to mess with it. So what we're going to do, as soon as they cut this tree down, and maybe one more day when it grows up, we will in fact come in here and put our Wood Felling Planification Lodge in this spot. That's just wanted to make sure that we had that out of the way first, because that was something I was going to do last time, but we ran out of runtime on the episode, so that's what that was about. Now, the fun thing here is that this doesn't have to be watertight, but we should use the space. And we have these lovely pit tanks and pit warehouses and everything. So I think pit tank would be, or a couple of them would be a fantastic way to kind of round out this little bit of space. And then we just have to have stuff come along this side here. So again, we have Handicrafter's Lodge, Builder's Lodge, and for the benefit of just having more haulers, we probably can just make at least one of these into a regular lodge. Now, I am curious if it's going to leak out from the corner when I have this set up. I really hope it doesn't. That would be a big drag. Now, hold on. I didn't even see this before. Pass-through lodge. Slightly enlarged lodge with a complicated waterlock system would allow beavers to easily access the other side of the dam. That's intriguing. 'Cause I was always wondering how that was something that would be possible for a place like this. Very, very interesting. Well, we'll mess with that a little bit later. The Pit and Ladder Lodge is a completely different story. We don't need to put that in here. But I don't think any of these other buildings, houses, etc. are waterproof fully the way that we'd want. So we are just going to have to put some regular houses. But, oh, I misjudged the distance because I'm smart. look at me go. Look at me go, batting 1,000 a day. Where was... Man, now I don't even know where the Dynamite is anymore. This is what I get for playing 4 different Timberborn playthroughs at once. Why did I do this to myself? We're having fun, though. So this Dynamite, we should be able to actually do some stuff with. So what I'm going to do here, I'll put stairs there, and this will run just right up here, come around this way, and then we'll have to have something like this. We'll put a maybe a nice medium water tank up here would be a good place to start. But that's going to become, if you let me click on it, that's going to become slightly downgraded in terms of priority. Meanwhile, assuming this doesn't leak from the corner, which if it works the same way as the levees do, it's not going to, but we don't know for sure. So let's just put a regular lodge here and a mirrored lodge here and hope for the best. And of course, once that's done, we'll put our lido after that's done. And then our water dump, I imagine, will end up going somewhere. We'll figure it out. If it ends up being in a place that's going to be super inconvenient, then I might get a little, just a little frustrated. But don't think it's something we need to be super worried about. We'll be okay. We can also, if we're going to be building regular lodges up there, we can easily get rid of these two. Easily free up some other space here. and don't have quite as much of a bloated population number down in this area. Now, why are we thirsty here in Beaverburg? We have plenty of water. There's some right here. You can drink it. I guess you're so engrossed in your work of ripping out these bushes that you think you can't really do anything else. But these are, in fact, done, ready to go. We just have to have some beavers in here. So we got Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide and Richard G over here tearing down these ruins. And hopefully we can get enough to actually make an anvil. Again, don't know what the progress is going to be because I don't know what's in stock in this building yet. Unless, no, it's not going to show me if I tab, which, again, there's probably not any reason for it to do that anyway. So I guess we shouldn't worry about it. We should be able to get explosives pretty soon, though. So I don't know what that's about, unless I have to manually enable... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, look at this. Can I get a search bar for the distribution menu here? All right, where in the world? There it is. Import always Dynamite. Now, I do have to make sure that we actually have some here. Oh, we have 9. Okay. That's gotta count for something, I guess. And they can't really make any more until they have more sawdust, which we currently don't have because we're not making... Oh, we don't have enough beavers. Why is that? Why is that a thing? Probably have so many farmers we can't do anything with anything else. Workers at the library. See, we need the science, so I don't want to get rid of them. Architect's Lodge making scaffolding. That's probably fine. Compass Lodge. And I haven't even... We haven't even built this thing yet, so that's going to be... it's going to be an interesting problem for us to solve here. Yep, wood felling planification. Stick that in there, and these guys will be able to chop away to their heart's content and get rid of all those jobs, and we can replace them with trees. Where's my Everblossoms? There we go. Just shove those guys in right like so. And it looks like... Yeah, it looks like I can just do this. This guy will have plenty of range. Actually, a little bit further than the foresters even, so that's cool to see. Yeah, 3 workers and housing some additional beavers as well. I wish I knew what we had here. The coal has been slightly depleted. This was full earlier. So I know they're transferring things. Do I dare prioritize this by haulers? Because if we haven't made an anvil by the time this next drought comes around, bad news. That's definitely bad news. So I think I owe it to myself to just prioritize these by haulers so these guys don't have to walk all the way around the entire world to bring stuff in here. So hopefully we'll be able to have a new anvil pretty soon. Now, we did not select a recipe for a Handicrafter's Lodge. I think the easiest thing to do right now is probably pencil sets. Doesn't mean that's what we're going to be doing forever, but if we want to have dynamite, we're going to have to make some nitroglycerin as well. Which, don't get angry with me, I think, I'm going to guess, alchemist? Yes! So the alchemist actually could be something we build over here. Oh, there's that drought warning. Are we going to get an anvil? Or are we not? Gotta tell you, I'm not optimistic about it. Yeah, because these guys are not going to be able to get that done. So can I just like temporarily cheese this with a bunch of these? Because I feel like I'm going to have to. I feel like I'm absolutely going to have to. And of course, we're going to immediately just demolish these. But they're free to build. No reason not to. Just get everybody and their mom up here ripping these old skyscrapers or whatever they are apart. You know, fun for the whole family. Give little Junior a chop saw and a little set of, what do you call those things? Safety glasses. Yeah, just go wild. Have a fun outing with the family here. Because I need to have an anvil before this stops making power. Oh, I just wish I knew what I had. That is just so weird it won't display the bottom, or at least like let me scroll the thing. I don't think that's something the mod maker has control over, to be perfectly honest with you. But I imagine it's probably to do with the fact that these has dwellers and workers, and that just takes up a lot of vertical space. Now, what does this do? High description. Oh, I'm stupid. All right. What do you mean there's nothing in here? Are they just now bringing the... Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. So we don't have any coal. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are we playing stupid here? Like, what is this? Don't make me bring back the 24-hour work cycle. I thought we moved past this. Oh, jeez. All right. I can't burn anything else. I don't think so. I shouldn't be unless these are using coal. No, they're using logs. All right. I don't think these are going to be using anything else either, but at this point, who knows? Yeah, this is not looking great. Not looking great. Which is incredibly disappointing, but it is what it is. Now, the funny thing is, I can put a crappy windmill on top of this, but I don't have any way to get power to it because of the way everything's set up. But what are you gonna do? Not really much of anything you can do. You can't cheat and put this on stilts. So, well, I actually haven't tried. Let's, nope, can't build this on top of buildings. But I can build this on top of buildings. So what if, oh, that's all it takes? Sheesh, say less. Unfortunately, because of the way this building gets power, I can't do it that way. But that is very much something I'm going to have to take a look into a little more seriously. But for those of you following along at home, nope, there is no way this anvil is going to be done by the time this drought is here. And because of how long we are into the episode, it's not going to be done this episode either. So, unfortunate and brutal end to our to our quest to have an anvil before it really even started. But what are you going to do? Not really. We have enough scrap metal. We just, can't have it here because I don't have enough haulers to take care of stuff. So I wonder what is prioritized. Okay, we can deprioritize, deprioritize all of this. Try to get the haulers. Like, if I have a chance to get this taken care of, I'm going to do it. Mushroom growers. Primitive. Why do we have 2 primitive paper mills? Probably needed them. Scavenger flags. I need those. Need those. Everything else. Yeah, it's the 200 coal that's going to be the killer here because, well, we don't have any. And it takes them 2.5 hours to get one piece. So I don't know where the rest of it went or whatever, but that's just not great. Not great, Bob. Saltpeter, was that being stored here? No, that was the mountain salt. So before I get rid of this, I probably should have another storage for saltpeter. But now I've got to think about, because I built myself into this hillside here, right? That's not a Not exactly my finest moment. But we'll see what happens. Just put one of those there, and then this guy can stay as salt, but I'm going to have to change from saltpeter over to coal, and we'll see what we're able to get done. Yep, that's it. That's all she wrote, folks. We've got less than a third of a day left, and we haven't even gotten halfway to gathering all the materials. Oh, what a pain. Rudimentary sawmill is rudimentarily sawing. Almost out of blades that we can't make because I demolished the thing that makes them in favor of building this. Okay. Well, that's just the way it goes. Is it a cop-out answer? Probably. Is it also the truth? Yep. So I guess we'll have to wait till next time to find out how this factory actually, makes anything, assuming that coal is even possible to find in that high of a quantity. But now that that's a thing, we can get rid of all of these completely superfluous scrap metal things. Just send it all back home. So these guys can do something else. Now I've got 5 extra beavers, 4 extra beavers, 6 extra beavers. How are they becoming not incapacitated anymore? Well, I'm going to hire these mines all the way out. So hopefully they can work a little bit faster. We do have the option eventually to do a medium mine, which will sometimes allow us to find multiple ores at once. As you can see, have access to different stuff. But it is also more difficult to construct, and it needs to be placed in a 4-deep hole. So that's going to be something that is not really accessible for us at this exact moment in time. We're going to have to do a little bit more in the way of modifying the map. Primitive ironworks again. We can't make another one until we have an anvil. We use the anvil to make the factory, so you can do the math on that one. In other news, our dynamite... Oh, we have a stupid beaver. Oh, Elzen, man. I thought you were smarter than that. I really did. It's hungry, thirsty. You really are smarter than that, man. Come on. Now we gotta rescue the beaver. Can't have a beard booster die on my watch. That's bad. That's bad stuff. So... these guys, when they decide they're finished making bad choices, can build these stairs. Get their buddy out here. Broken teeth, stranded, starving, and dehydrated. What a terrible way to live. That's not what we want to see. And also broken teeth. Did I not build a tooth grindstone? I don't think I did. So now I gotta find somewhere to put that. I guess I could just put one right here. He's going to die if they don't finish this. Do I actually have... I don't have all the planks. Or do I? This district. I shouldn't. Oh, I have 15. I'm good. We just got to get them to, actually build something for once. There we go. That's some sort of progress. All right, now bring me some planks. What's going on with the planks? Got scaffolding. We've got lots of scaffolding there. Tools. It's all looking fine. Just what is the deal with the planks? Are they lacking? Well, you did this to yourself, choosing to be in the hole. But why can they not do this? Bring me the planks. Yeah, you're definitely dead, dude. Sorry. I can't get you out unless I get rid of one of these things. Which I guess maybe I probably should do. But let's, oh, that's so easy to rebuild. Alright. Just don't be dumb. Alright, I need storage for planks. We already have the pile here for the logs. Give me... I guess I can just put this right here. Why not? So now I'm afraid that I'm going to have an idiot beaver get stuck again. Yeah, but Lido can go here. And then the water dump has to be... Oh, it goes here. Okay. That actually is a pretty good spot for it. Uses the same access point and everything. Alright. Cool. That will work nicely after we have all the housing actually replaced. You fool. Did that seriously go back inside of this? How is that even possible? I have so many questions. I have so many questions about how that's even possible. Alright, now that's firmly out of range. Alright. Don't you dare put any stuff back in that hole, or so help me. Okay, planks going in here. You gonna grab these? No? You gonna build your lodge here? So I have to have something to show for an hour-long video. Or people are gonna get upset with me. I don't want that. I'm just so afraid if I put a Lido here, it's gonna have this one plank. What do you mean no storage space available? Alright, you know what? That's what I think of the one plank. Alright. We'll just go ahead and build this. But hey! Water is theoretically able to be brought over here now. Set that to obtain. And then we'll just bring our path up here. And we could even have a little bit of storage for some food up at the top if we felt like it. But for right now, I think I'm inclined to leave that empty. Yeah, it's going to take them a little bit of time to get that all taken care of. Hopefully it doesn't make me look like a complete idiot. Although sometimes I imagine that might be unavoidable. So the good news is now I can look at this. The bad news is we're still less than halfway to having all of the coal. And yeah, that obviously isn't ideal. But we do have 12 beavers in total working on acquiring the coal. It just, it takes a while. You know, every 1.7 hours you get one lump of coal. So having two of those, that means every 1.7 hours in game we get two instead, which, you know, is better. But when you need another 100, you can see very quickly how this turns into something that takes eons to complete. Fortunately, though, we do have lots of explosives so we can blow stuff up, which is always a good time. Just gotta be able to take care of what we have to take care of. Now, I planted a long time ago. I had these two things planted as the brambles, but I didn't actually build the plant because that was what was that, before episode 2? I think I had to have that put in. So if we ever build a forester over here, and you wonder where the brambles came from, that's why. At least the drought's short, so we're not going to be wasting too much time, because we do still have a couple more minutes after this drought's going to be over. So, who knows? Maybe we can get enough coal. I don't know. Although, prioritizing by haulers probably would be smart, so they don't have to leave the mine to attend to transporting the materials. So, since we're already here, and people have asked about this, let's go ahead. Let's make 5 glorious storages right here. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sitting here. Wait, how is there an anvil here? Have I... Am I just nuts? Or this wasn't always here? This one anvil. Did we just accidentally make another one? Or did it glitch? Well, regardless, if that works, guess what? I'm building this immediately. And we're going to start making fasteners again. But I digress. I was originally speaking about this to have storage for an anvil, storage for clay pots. Actually, I need to just get rid of all of these other ones. Crude saw blades. That's the clay pots. Medium cauldrons. And then that was other clay pots. Did I not have clay pots in here? Okay, there they go. Clay pots, crude saw blades. I'll make this one clay pots, and this one can be the medium cauldrons. Don't think we need to worry about drill bits and incredibly compact library. I just love that that's the name of the item, man. That's so funny. But now we can have all of these things in a row here, so everyone can admire the beauty of simplicity. That's cool. And of course, we have other things we haven't even attempted to get into yet because I've spent so much of this playthrough just kind of making dumb mistakes because I don't have any idea what else is happening in here. But good news is this is watertight. It just has to have some more water dropped in. And we need this to be yeah, we gotta do a better job with this, man. I don't know why. Don't know why I had to have this set up like this. But I did, and I don't have stairs to get up here unless I go into the nope, that's going the wrong way. I got the science to do it though, so we'll do a little spiral staircase here. Why not? Because I think I want to leave this space open for building stuff on top, but I just need to have a way to get up here is all. The question is, how fast does this fill up? So I don't feel like it's very fast. But at least we know that's how we can irrigate some crops and get some recreation at the same time. All that to say, yes, we are going to plant additional cabbage after a really, really long time of trying to figure this out. So that's looking good there. Lots of cabbage. I can't reach into the water for our rice, but I think if I put a staircase here, I might get a little bit of range here to plant some rice, which we definitely would want to have. So if I'm able to do that, I'll just try this a little bit here. They should be able to reach, I don't know, at least, oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at us go, man. We're going to have some rice after all. So, hey, I guess we kind of saved this saved this playthrough, huh? Or at least this episode of it. Now we can have more cabbage, we can have some rice, which of course means we need to have buildings to cook in, like our cooking tent, which requires these small clay pots, which we've already made. And since this district has brambles, because it is actually Brambledam, we can do more things than just make kimchi. We just have to unlock those at a later date. But right now, we can, at the very least... hold on. Where do you go? Okay, no, the rice balls require salt and rice. Okay, well I don't have a mine over here. So maybe we'll get to that later. The rest of this stuff is going to be a little bit something else here. Mushroom growers though, we can put one of these in. Easy, easy, easy. I just have to figure out where I want to put this guy. So it wouldn't be the worst thing to have one up here. But hey, here we are, cycle 17. We actually probably should go ahead and end this here, but I'm not completely married to that idea. I do like the idea of having a good stopping point where we actually accomplish something. So we're going to set this guy to slow mushroom growth. Just one for right now, so we can have some mushrooms, so we can then actually build something with our cooking, to build something, make whatever that second recipe from the top is. So this guy can go in. Actually, right here is probably not a bad spot. Braised cabbage, because you know we're going to have cabbages, and we're going to have mushrooms, and all we have to do is wait. But yeah, now look at this. We got a lido. Can accommodate 7 visitors here in Brambledam. So we got a little bit of recreation. Got some water storage, even if we can't pump out of this. But we are slowly expanding our food growing and planting and everything, so that's a win there. And somehow I failed to notice for most of the episode that we did in fact have another anvil. So if you left a comment earlier in the episode calling me an idiot for that, congratulations, you are correct. I did not notice. But it's good to be back making more stuff in the primitive ironworks. The factory is regrettably still not completely full of coal, so that will be next time. And we will make another anvil so we can have multiple things operating at once. But very good to get this finally set up and connected up here, even if there's not currently anything we can put up here. It is sometimes looking for the right words to support my ideas here. Sometimes it's not about the destination so much as it is about the journey you take to get there. It's not just for cheesy 80s coming-of-age movies. It's real life, and it's fun to play the game. Even if I'm not very good at the mod and there's not that many resources for learning about things, you know, besides asking the guy that wrote it, but I obviously can't do that while I'm recording a video where I don't edit anything, so hope you understand that. But good news, there is a wiki in the process of being constructed by some of the members of the Timberborn Discord server in the Waterbeaver mod channel. So I will put a link to that in the description. It's still very early on in the process of making that, so it's incomplete. But you might learn something, and I might learn something every time they put a new page up. So there is going to be some sort of knowledge repository that isn't just me screwing around and figuring out what doesn't work. So very, very excited for that. But outside of that, this is where we'll go ahead and call it today. We did get a lot of nice stuff done, so I'm glad we're able to accomplish that. These guys are felling the wood in the planification lodge. We've got additional food in the process of being constructed, and we have more irrigation happening over here. We even have a lido for our guys to relax. And mushroom grower should be done pretty soon, actually almost right about now, as soon as they gather another log, so they can get to work on that. And that's another building that can employ a beaver without, you know, somebody living there. At least I hope nobody lives here. I think it's just the one job. So yeah, lots of stuff to be excited about. Lots of stuff to look forward to, of course. This series did get slightly put on the back burner because of the Update 5 stuff. But now that that is starting to calm down a little bit, we might be able to go back to 2 videos a week on this pretty soon. Especially as the Folktales series starts. It's not ending yet, but it's starting to get to the point where it'll be ramping down in terms of what we're actually able to do once we finish our giant industrial complex. So keep your eyes peeled. We'll see if we're able to get another video of the Waterbeavers in here or there, because there's still so much to do in this mod. I don't even know how far we are in terms of content unlocked. I would not be surprised if it's still only about 10 or 15%, because there's tons of stuff to do that we haven't even scratched the surface of. You can see all the stuff we haven't even researched yet. And honestly, I don't know if we can get to all of it in our first playthrough. I don't know if I would want to, because of some of the really inefficient things I've done in the beginning of this while trying to figure out how this faction works. But that is how it goes. You know, you just take it one step at a time, learn something new. If you made a mistake, you pick yourself back up and get everything taken care of. And if you did something right, then hey, you can enjoy being correct. But we definitely have made some mistakes here. But again, it's part of the fun. and so is getting to spend this time with you. So I'm very thankful you chose to watch this video today and hang out with me for a little bit playing this game. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And of course, cannot end an episode without thanking the Beard Boosters for all of their support. They make it possible for me to continue doing this each and every day. And I just cannot believe the amount of support we've been getting from them and from everybody else the past couple weeks. It's been absolutely unreal. These guys are not going to starve to death, despite what they might tell you. We are growing food. We'll be okay. We just have a lot of beavers, and they'll import stuff. They're going to be fine. We just got to make sure that everything is not completely messed up. So I'll just tick up the cabbage right there, and they'll be all right. But yeah, really appreciate it. Makes it so much more fun to play this game when people are so enthusiastic about stuff. I mean, it's fun by itself, but I digress. I've held you back long enough. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some more folktales. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.